I have a great hot pick this week.
Ooh.
Great one.
How great?
The greatest.
Of all time.
Yes.
I look
Well,
forward to that then.
In that case, we'll start the show in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Geekadrome. Better, stronger, faster. I think I have that in the wrong order.
Better, stronger, faster. They're from the Kanye West song?
Well, no, it would be the $6 Million Man.
No. Is that where he got it from?
Yes. Well, he got it from Daft Punk.
Oh.
Okay. Geekadrome is the weekly roundtable discussion of all things geek. I am John, and I am joined by Shell and Stugatz, who ask too many questions.
I try.
I'm pointing at you, Stugatz.
I'm pointing at you. Are you pointing at me? No, I'm not pointing at you.
I am pointing at you.
We got the early morning show this morning, baby.
Woo!
And we're bringing it to you live and in Technicolor from the living rooms of the Geekadromes.
Woo!
Woo!
Oh, I'm wrong. Daft Punk did it in the wrong order. $6 Million Man is better, stronger, faster. So we did have it right.
Yeah.
It's good to have a script.
You have to defer to the $6 Million Man every time.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you have that cool sound effect when you move. No, 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 no.
Favorite $6 Million Man episode? Anyone?
All of them.
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. It's got to be Sasquatch
Yeah,
for me, too.
Sasquatch.
Is Andre. Of course,
Yes.
we're going to pick Sasquatch every time.
Every time. But really, all of those. Every single episode was awesome.
Yeah. He was perfectly cast. He was a handsome
yeah.
motherfucker.
He was.
But what about
He had the right build. It wasn't like he wasn't like a giant muscle guy, you know, like
Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Conan. You know, it was
Or Lou
he was
Ferrigno?
perfect. Yeah, or Lou Ferrigno. It was just like if you just saw him walking down the street, you'd be like, "Well, that's a good looking dude." You didn't think anything of him.
All-American
You know?
astronaut.
Yeah.
And let's not forget Lindsay Wagner as the Bionic Woman.
Ooh, again, she was perfect too.
I liked her, too. I liked her a lot. I liked when they had the crossovers.
The crossovers, yeah,
Of course.
when they were both running.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
The dog's looking like, huh?
Bloop. Oh.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Well, she had the ear and he had the eye.
Yeah,
Who had the nose?
Rex.
the fucking German Shepherd that she had
Rex.
for those 2 episodes. Was it Rex or Max?
Oh, Max? No. Was it Rex or Max?
I want to say it was Maximilian. But I could be
Maximilian.
mistaken.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was.
Well, at least it's not taste, because that would be really awkward.
Yeah, biotic taste. Oh, that would be disgusting.
Ooh.
You'd never eat. You'd be drinking. You wouldn't even be able to drink water.
No.
You'd die.
No.
Distilled water. Maybe distilled water.
No,
Maybe, but I don't even think that.
It would
I
be
really
too
think
much.
you would just have to have an IV of fluids.
Yes, that
And,
big white
and
bag
TPN.
of stuff.
Yeah, the TPN feeding.
all IV feeds and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The TPN is through IV.
All right. So I was going through the lists of topics, and there's one that popped out because Stugatz keeps bringing it up, and we still haven't gotten to it.
Oh my god, I keep bringing it up.
I know this is from the Stugatz archive.
This has to be fucking bad.
Oh, it's awful. It's
Oh, awesome.
that sly fox of a network that we keep talking about the early days of, but have yet to really cover the early days of.
Oh.
So we're going to talk a little Fox Network.
Ooh.
Foxy. I always thought it was odd that they didn't have Samantha Fox in their promos.
Well, she just wants to have some fun.
I know, exactly. And how do you have fun? You watch TV.
Well, she wants to move her body all night long.
I know. And she did in my dreams.
Oh. Well,
All
congratulations.
right, so Fox took over the what was it before that? It was just a bunch of syndicated stations.
It was
Yeah.
a bunch of syndicated stations and
I think it was
whatnot.
NEW in New York.
It was NEW, Channel 5
Yeah,
New York.
Channel 5, and then it became WNYW, I believe, right?
Yes.
Something like that.
So it was TCF Holdings deal, acquires independent television stations in 6 major cities: New York, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, Houston, Chicago, and then an ABC affiliate in Boston.
Nice. So they hit all the major cities.
So they hit the major.
Good way to do it.
Yeah.
And then you just play connect the dots after that with your stations.
So yeah. So they launched in October. They announced it in October 1985. And the first show was October 9th, 1986. Sugats, do you know what that show was?
Was it the Joan Rivers show?
It was The Late Show with Joan Rivers.
Yes, with Joan Rivers, yeah.
The show that pretty much got her banned from The Tonight Show.
What I loved about it, right off the bat, was that she had the balls to stand up to the establishment, even though I love Johnny Carson, one of my biggest influences. And the name, I love that term, The Late Show. I mean, I love that. I mean, it was so good that David Letterman took it.
That's true.
And now her show was in Los Angeles, right? It wasn't a New York show.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Basically, I just have the name. I don't have.
Okay.
I'm looking at Wikipedia for my
All
list.
right. I remember my biggest thing, excuse me, when this was going on, Channel 5, which is, the New York station, had a lot of syndicated shows, like Three's Company and WKRP in Cincinnati, which I was a huge fan of WKRP. And I was worried, as a kid, that I would never see these shows again because it was being promoted as we're going to have first front, programming, original programming. And I was like, what's going to happen to the show? No one's ever going to see this show again. And it was a show I absolutely loved. And I remember being really upset. And what year was this, 85, 86? Did you say?
The network was announced 85. The Late Show was 86.
85, I was 12. And I was like, oh, man, no one's ever going to see how great this show is ever again.
Oh.
As if this was the only way to see it. In 85, it probably was.
Well, back then, yeah.
And that's the only way to see it with the original music. Because
well, that too, but we didn't know that either at the time.
Yeah, it's got to suck if you want to watch the home video releases or the DVDs or any of that shit. So Joan walked off early 87 due to issues with the network and whatever.
Does it say who her first guest was?
Dennis Miller.
Tom
Hanks.
It really doesn't.
I only say Tom Hanks because he was Conan O'Brien's first guest when he took over the Tonight Show. He was also his last guest.
Yeah.
And he was Dennis Miller's first guest on his late night talk show that he had on Channel 11 in New York. So I was just going to keep rolling.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to Google it up, but So after she left, there were a bunch of different hosts. Then it ended up with Ross Schaefer, and then discontinued. But
we could do a whole show on late night shows.
We totally could.
Yeah,
that's a good segment.
We'll add that.
There's been so many great ones.
We'll add that to the Sugats list.
Yeah.
But the real jump in the show in the network comes April 5th, 1987, when the sitcom Married with Children, the Tracy Ullman Show, and then slightly afterwards, 21 Jump Street, Mr. President, and Duet, as they create their Sunday night programming.
Oh my God, Duet! I hated that show. I didn't like the chick. I still don't. What was it Lisa Rinna?
Oh, Lisa Rinna? Really?
Yeah, her plastic surgery is horrible, and she acts like what she is. Like as if she's a goddess. And it's like, dude, you have horrible fucking plastic surgery. Just relax.
What is
You're a very attractive lady.
I don't remember Duet. What was the?
She's also not on this show.
What was her show then? I thought she was.
I'm just looking at the Wikipedia, and it starred Matthew Lawrence, Mary Cage Keller, Chris Lemon, and Allison LaPlaca.
What was the? Tell me, please, what the premise of the show was.
Ben is a struggling
They're a young
mystery
couple
novelist.
in love.
Huh?
They were a young couple in love.
Ben is a struggling mystery novelist, while his girlfriend Laura is a caterer with a younger sister Jane. Richard and Linda were a high-powered yuppie couple. He was in the family patio furniture business, and she was a studio executive. Linda's boss at Worldwide Studios was Cooper Hayden, who eventually became infatuated with Jane. Richard later quit his job to become a professional pianist. Geneva was the Phillips' wisecracking, sexy maid who sometimes fraternized with the sisters.
I have no recollection of this show. It was a half-hour sitcom.
Oh, that's what it says, yeah.
Yeah, I
Lasted
guess
3 seasons.
those early Fox shows, the ones I liked were the 1 hour type shows more than say something like that. Like I
Like
believe
21 Jump Street.
like a 21 Jump Street, Models Inc. was one of my favorites.
Well, that's later.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I like those types of Fox shows. They're hour-long shows. I never I don't think I was really ever a fan of any of their sitcoms. Even Married with Children, I had to be in the mood for it. And I really wasn't always in the mood for it.
Yeah.
So I was mistaken. Lisa Rinna was not on the show. She was from a bunch of soap operas. And I guess
Yeah.
I just confused the two because they kind of look alike. And so Lisa Rinna is the one I don't like, and she was the one who was married to Harry Hamlin. So my
Yes.
apologies to the young lady from the duets show, Mary, whatever her name is.
Although I agree, Lisa Rinna's plastic surgery is a little scary.
Yeah. So my apologies to you, Mary Page Keller. You were adorable. I'm sure you still are, wherever you are in the universe.
Had you all watched Sharknado 5, you would have seen some plastic surgery on women that would have made you think Lisa Rinna was America's Sweetheart.
But that would actually require me to watch a Sharknado movie, which I've never done.
But now, are they supposed to look that bad because it's the campy movie?
No, it's cameos. So what happens is that the movies are so fun and they're so live tweeted that you get people who are begging to be in the movie, like people, a ridiculous amount of cameos, probably 50. Yeah. And the first one I saw was Charo. And
the Coochie Girl?
Oh my God. It was
Cushy.
It was bad. It was really bad. And then you've got Olivia Newton-John. I don't know if you know about her daughter.
Did she get physical?
All of those really terrible jokes were thrown into the script. But
no shit. So we could have wrote this.
Oh, it's 2 hours of camp. That's all it is. It's hysterical. But Olivia Newton-John's daughter is addicted to plastic surgery. So they were in it together. And it's just, there's a lot of people that have way too much plastic surgery. It is a shame. It's a shame. And it's a shame with someone as young as Olivia Newton-John's daughter is just so worked on. She's turning into Jocelyn Wildenstein. So it's, yeah. But so Lisa Rinna, honestly, compared to everything that's out there right now, doesn't bother me a bit. It's bad out there.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Player.
It's true. It is.
So that is a pretty solid Sunday night lineup.
Yeah. It was all right. I mean, most of those shows, I guess Duet lasted 3 seasons. Mr. President, I think, lasted 1. Tracy Ullman obviously was pretty iconic. Married with Children became pretty iconic. So, all right. So those last 2 are kind of weak, the ones that premiered with 21 Jump Street. But
Gary Shanley show?
That's later down the road.
Hysterical.
Okay. We're not up to that yet.
We're going in chronological. Okay.
We're going chronological.
Okay, I'm with you.
So July 11th, we get Saturday Night, which started with a 2-hour premiere of Werewolf. And after the 2-hour, quote, premiere movie event, 3 other series were added. The New Adventures of Beans Baxter, Karen's Song,
don't know it,
and Down and Out in Beverly Hills, which was based on.
Oh yeah, based on the movie.
I guess the Beans Baxter sounds familiar, but those other ones, I guess I really wasn't loving Fox's original programming.
I remember watching Beans Baxter, but
Who was in Beans Baxter?
I knew you were going to ask that. That's why I'm trying to look it up.
Oh.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm just looking at
Jonathan
cast.
Ward was the lead actor on that as Beans Baxter. And his CIA overseer was played by Jerry Wasserman. Kurtwood Smith was on it. Taylor Negron appeared on it. So, not a lot of big names here, but it was Savage.
I'm looking at the cast for Beverly Hills, down in Beverly Hills. Anita Morris, someone that we've seen in so many different things over the years. Elizondo, I mean, had a great cast.
I do love myself some Hector Elizondo.
I know, yeah, great. Tim Thornton, Evan Richards. I mean, great cast for a TV show based on a movie, which usually, suck all the way around.
Well,
I don't think it was ever been a good one.
The show was canceled kind of early. It was supposed to be 13
yeah.
episodes.
And they only did
5 unaired.
They only had 5 unaired, yeah.
So, and Karen Song also canceled early. But they were replaced by Second Chance and Women in Prison.
Yeah, baby. Orange is the new black. Before its time.
Yes, I don't recall either of those either. Wasn't there some sort of hullabaloo about Howard Stern getting a Fox show and then they canceled it, or they never gave it to him?
Well, he had a show on FX with Son of the Beach.
Well, it was
No, way
WWOR
earlier.
show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This show was on WWOR.
No, even before that, because I remember before I was on the Stern show, I was angry that Fox had. I think they were supposed to give him a show and they canceled or something. I remember I was so outraged I wrote a letter to
No shit.
TV Guide. So I mean,
TV Guide, because they're gonna fix shit.
Well, I mean, back in the day, TV Guide was you had your Cheers and Jeers.
TV Guide was it.
It was it, man. It was the magazine almost everybody bought.
Everyone bought it and everyone loved it. No one, there was no, oh, don't look at that. It's TV Guide. And if you made the cover of TV Guide, it was a big deal.
Well, it was the highest circulation periodical in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
for a really long time. I
remember it started to change it because it was that small size, which was perfect.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it got bigger, and then I wasn't interested in it anymore. And then when you got so many channels with cable, it just wasn't accurate anymore. It just couldn't.
No.
It couldn't
keep up. Yeah. But I love the Cheers and Jeers. I love that.
Cheers and Jeers and the crossword puzzle I did every week.
Because that was
in pen.
Of course. But then again, it wasn't a very tough crossword puzzle.
No, not at all.
No, but it was fun.
It was fun as hell. Yeah. I loved reading their little articles. I loved going through it to see what episode of what was going to be on, or back before cable, you would want to catch like a movie that was maybe on at 1:00 that you wouldn't be able to see. But yeah, they were supposed to be a Stern or something.
Their listings are what made TBS put stuff on at 05.
7:05. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They had their own little
line item. Then Ted Turner, I told you guys, Ted Turner said that was it was like free advertising.
Yeah. It was TV Guide was a huge deal.
Yeah. Kids today, you don't know how good you got it with your programming guides.
Nope.
We had to go to the mailbox to find out what was on the TV.
Yeah, but I had a subscription. It was probably the first thing I ever had a subscription to. 18, 19 years old, renting a room. You better believe that thing was sent to my house.
That and Rolling Stone magazine.
No.
I love the ads in the back of Rolling Stone magazine.
I didn't get into Rolling Stone.
Even back
at
then?
all.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
not even back then. I think I would like occasionally they would have like an issue where something, historic had happened, so I'd buy it. Like say
Yeah.
when Jerry Garcia passed away or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Or if say, somebody was on the cover that I really loved. But to me that wasn't something that I needed to have.
I gotcha.
but
We have some old ones here. My husband's, older brothers and sister, where it's, it's like a paper,
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
like Jimi Hendrix on the. Yeah, very cool.
cool.
Back in the day.
I used to have a subscription. I used to love the photography, and it had some great in-depth articles that were
Mhm.
towards the back of the magazine, as opposed to the fluff stories of whoever was on the cover.
Well, the cover wasn't always a fluff story, though.
No, but it was never like that. Like spent months in-depth research thing. It was an interview, 9 times out of 10, with some really nice photos. So, at the beginning of the 89-90 television season, Fox added a third night of programming. It added the longest-running show of all time called The Simpsons, based off of the shorts from the Tracy Ullman Show.
What night of the week was this?
Monday.
Ooh, so they went strong. Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yes. But they
Took
also
the rest of the week off.
pretty much. But they added 2 more shows at that time. A little show called Cops and another called America's Most Wanted.
There you go. Now we're starting
Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you
Classic
gonna
shows,
do
Louis.
when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys.
So that's when the network really started to take off.
Oh yeah, those are big money shows.
Huge shows.
They are, and Married with Children kind of went a little like skyrocketed because in 1989, a homemaker in Michigan starts a boycott of Married with Children.
And that's all you need.
And all that did was just give it more attention.
Yeah. All you need is one good boycott.
And after that, the show ran for 11 seasons.
Yeah.
So it's the longest running sitcom to be on Fox.
Do they not count? They're not considered Simpsons a sitcom?
No, sorry, live action sitcom.
Oh, live action. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. So I mean that's already their first 3 years, and they start slow.
Cops and the other one, America's Most Wanted. I mean, America's Most Wanted. The first week they were catching criminals.
Yeah.
And then it was like
people were like, "Oh my god!"
Miss it. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone watched it.
Hell yeah.
That's how I first found out about the who was it? What's his name? Oh, the Donnie Brasco dude, because he did a whole special on it, and he also did a whole special on the Paul Castellano murder.
Oh, okay.
Did he catch them?
No, no. The Donnie Brasco thing was more just like, hey, this is what goes on, when you're undercover, and then the Castellano thing was just pure ratings grabber,
Of course. Well, you got to do those occasionally, I guess.
But yeah, first week, like Shell said, first week out, they're catching people.
Boom. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then it was nothing but free publicity after that, because every news fucking outlet was covering that.
And those even that and Unsolved Mysteries were like huge at the time. Those kinds of shows.
Yeah.
Like
but
everybody
John
watched
Walsh
them.
was really a handsome guy who had lost his kid in a horrific way.
And he was like, I don't want this to happen to anyone else.
And he was so you not only did you believe him, but you enjoyed watching him. You rooted for him, and he was a perfect dude to the point where he's still doing it. I think it's on CNN now, but
cool.
he's still doing that show.
Yeah,
I think he was an amazing cast, really. Otherwise, maybe the show, because those other unsolved mystery shows, or even Shatner had one. I think it was called 911. There was Jack
Palance
was
awesome.
Jack Palance's was Unsolved Mysteries, I think.
No, that
wasn't that Peter
Nimoy. I'm sorry.
No.
Well, Nimoy had the science fiction-y one.
Right.
Yeah.
Carl Malden.
Peter Falk. Yeah. No, was it Carl Malden?
No, Jack Palance did.
No, Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved Mysteries. I'm looking it up. I think we're all wrong on the name. I can see the dude's face too.
Jack Palance did.
Robert Stack.
Oh, Robert
Okay.
Stack.
But Jack Palance
Had
did
Robert
do
Stack, Dennis Farina.
voiceover. Did host one of those types of shows. But
There were a bunch of different.
I want to look it up. I like Jack Palance.
yeah,
Nimoy definitely had the science fiction-y one.
but
Like, are there aliens?
Shatner's I think was like
Shatner's was like taken from real 911 calls.
Yeah.
right, but it didn't last very long. It wasn't. There was something about it that was just not nearly as gripping as the Fox one. I mean, Fox came out with theirs, and I feel like they tried to, everybody tried to cash in on that, but it just didn't.
Oh my God,
Just wasn't
Jack
as good.
Palance's IMDb page is gigantic.
Of course it
Oh,
is.
I bet.
Oh my God, I'm still fucking scrolling. I'm only at fucking 88. I need TV shows. Could we break it out that way?
Do they break it out that way?
I don't know. I don't see it. It's actor. Let's see, director, miscellaneous, archive footage. No. Man, oh man, his career started in 1949 in a show called Hands of Mystery. He's part of a street gang. Damn. The Motorola Television Hour, 1953.
You don't say.
Let's see. That would have been the 80s, so let's scroll back. All right. Hawk the Slayer, Tales of the Haunted, Alone in the Dark, Bad Cafe. I forgot he was in Young Guns.
He was in everything.
Yeah. No, I don't see it.
Fuck, it was
Tango and Cash, Batman, Gore 2, Young Guns, Baghdad Cafe, Gore, Roger Waters, Alone in the Dark, Tales of the Haunted was a movie, Hawk the Slayer.
Roger
what's that?
Waters.
Yeah, he was in Roger Waters' 5:01 a.m. The Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking, Part 10. It was a short. He plays a Hell's Angel.
Wow.
The Last Ride of the Dalton Gang, in 79. I don't see anything about that. And then Space Cowboys, 79. Buck Rogers. He was Kal-El of Planet of the Slave Girls on Buck Rogers.
Oh,
Kal-El was Kaleel. That was pretty cool.
Khalil?
I guess Khalil. I don't know. I have to watch the episode and see how they pronounce it.
We'll
Does
have
it have voiceover at all, or no?
Nope. Not for those years, no. But I'm scrolling back down. I thought I saw a voiceover credit at the bottom. Let's see. Soundtrack director. Nope, no voiceover. Miscellaneous crew. Thanks. Self credit. Let's see what's self. Wow, 2003. He did the. He was in a video documentary about John Lennon. Pretty cool.
Did he know him?
I don't know. I guess.
I don't associate those two names together ever.
Let's see. 92, When It Was a Game, which is a TV documentary about baseball. Late Night with David Letterman. One-on-One with John Tesh.
Yeah,
Comedy
it's
Awards,
like
The Tonight Show. Let's
basically
see. Ripley's Believe It or Not. That's what he did.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
For only 3 years, but man, I thought that was longer. So yeah, that was his.
There were other hosts to Ripley.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So that's what it was. It was Ripley.
I remember watching him hosting something, but I guess
Oh, that's right. It was Believe It or Not.
there you
I
go.
remember that very distinctive voice. Yeah.
Oh, I guess that iteration only ran for 2-3 seasons.
I
That
used to
show's
love
been-
those types of shows.
And Rescue 911 went on for It says 6 years, 7 years.
That's the Shatner
89
show?
Yep.
And he was the host the whole time.
Yes, he was.
He had, Shatner had a
7
lot of
years.
shows way longer than Star Trek.
Yeah, yeah.
Star Trek was canceled like very early on.
Yeah.
And it was back, only lasted another year or two, and then canceled again. It was not like a long-running show.
No,
Mm.
not at all.
It was just a show that had very dedicated fans. I mean, there's only
Show
like
did.
30 episodes, something like that. So, all right. So, 1990 hits,
Yeah.
and they begin to add more days, Thursday and Friday. And we get shows like In Living Color.
In Living Color with the Fly Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh,
Jim
yeah.
Carrey,
Let me put some peanut butter on that.
those Wayans. I mean,
Yeah.
that show really introduced the world to some people that
Yeah,
would go
yeah.
on to be insanely paid.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like that show launched a lot of careers,
Yeah.
Including Jennifer Lopez,
Yep.
Yeah,
who was
J-Lo.
a fly girl.
The most famous fly girl.
Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, Damon Wayans, Keenan Ivory Wayans. Even like some of the lesser people got, bigger parts because of the show.
Hell yeah.
Although the post Wayans years were kind of weak.
I feel like maybe those
Was it 1 year?
those two cop shows made so much money that it opened them up to be able to do yet another
Oh,
night.
definitely.
And then it came up with some good shit.
Oh yeah. But and the show was just funny as hell.
It was.
A lot of the time, yeah.
Yeah. Again, once Keenan Ivory Wayans left the show, it wasn't the same.
Became a big fan of David Allen Greer from that. And
Oh,
to
yeah,
the point where he did that show. I don't know what year it was, but he was a producer on the show. It was like a morning. It was supposed to be. It was set. It was a sitcom set, like to be a morning talk show on TV with. Oh, what the hell was that chick's name? I'm gonna have to Google it, and I'll tell you. It's like I don't know enough facts to. Just he's perfect. He was perfect in. I'm having a hard time talking. Sorry, Jambi. Am I saying it right? No, that's the
Jumanji?
baseball player. Yes, I'm sorry. I couldn't.
He was perfect.
Talk.
That's Jason Zombie and the Jason Zombie.
Yes. David Allen Greer.
Yeah, I mean he's very funny, and he's sort of like that Phil Hartman. He can play anything guy.
Yeah.
So
Yes, he can.
that-
Life with Bonnie. That was.
Oh,
it.
okay.
I'm like, for some reason, there was just something about it. I enjoyed that show. I like the actress in that. Bonnie. She was from a couple different shows. Bonnie Molly, a woman who juggles her roles of wife, mother, and host of a morning talk show.
Oh, okay. I know
Yeah.
that.
Bonnie Hunt.
Bonnie
Yes.
Hunt.
Bonnie Hunt.
Bonnie
Yeah,
Hunt
yeah.
is very funny. Yes.
At
She's
one point-
adorable too.
Oh, yeah, and an America's sweetheart type of person.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Completely. Boom. And it's around this time that Fox starts its soap operas. So we get Melrose Place, Beverly Hills 90210 first, because Melrose Place was the spinoff. Party of Five.
All huge.
All huge.
I mean,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, those first couple nights of programming were meh at best, and then they turned that shit around. I don't know if they hired new people or they started getting some sort of focus group, but their shit turned around.
Yeah. I mean, well, Beverly Hills 90210 ran for 11 years.
Huge.
It's their longest running drama.
Yeah.
Which is odd because Smallville only lasted 10. Melrose Place, which was mediocre till nobody watched till Heather Locklear got on the show.
Yeah, baby.
And Party of Five was like that one of those big hits that launched everybody's career.
Was Lisa Rinna not on 90210?
No, she was on Melrose.
Melrose, that's what I meant. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I never really watched Melrose. I did watch some 90210 back in the day, but I think everybody did.
I wasn't big on either of them.
I'd say I was big on it. I just said I watched it.
Well,
Yeah.
Melrose was like 90210, but just for us slightly
adults.
older.
Yeah.
But if you could really watch both. I mean, I still watch kids shows. I enjoy them as an adult.
We talk about them all the time on here.
Yeah.
I know. I love
So
it.
I mean,
Yeah, I wasn't big on either of those. I barely watched them.
Yeah, no, it was just if you were hanging out and the girls wanted to watch 90210, we watched 90210.
I didn't hang out with any girls. So.
I mean, it started when I was in high school. So,
Yeah.
high school and
wasn't hanging out
college,
with
we're all hanging out. We got to sit through this crap.
Oh.
Okay.
Nope.
oh really? I thought it was. It's. See, as someone who likes MST3K, I like shows that you can watch and have fun and make fun of at the same time. And those shows are definitely that.
But did you like Brandon or Dylan?
I didn't like Brandon. Brandon was awfully square. The girls really.
What about Dylan?
The girls do like a bad boy, so Dylan would be.
No love for Steve or the queer kid, huh?
Steve is Ian Ziering, and of course,
Yeah.
I continue my love for Ian Ziering because I am a Sharknado fan.
Sharknado.
And Brian Austin Green was really handsome. He's married to Megan Fox. They have beautiful children together, and he was also in the Sarah Connor Chronicle. So
That's true.
I stick with those people. If I like a show, I tend to stick with those people. Dylan was in a show called Jeremiah that was on Showtime for 2 seasons. That was like a dystopic, futuristic thing. That was amazing, but they canceled it for Kirstie Alley's reality show, which blew. So yeah, I keep in touch with those people, not physically, but in my head, I watch what they do.
All right.
Gotcha.
And early to mid also brought, quote, several series aimed at a black audience. So we had Martin.
Martin!
Huge.
Damn, Gina!
Huge. Martin's huge.
Martin was huge. We also had Living Single.
Living single.
I watched that show. I didn't love it, but I watched it.
Queen Latifah.
Yep.
Kim Fields.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know I've seen it at least once or twice.
Tootie.
I'm glad I got my girls living single.
And the police procedural New York Undercover, which I have no memory of.
Oh, that was huge.
There was a one dude was black,
Isai
he was
Morales?
bald,
Was that Isai Morales?
and then I think so. And then like the Spanish kid from Head of the Class.
Yeah, it was kind of like a homicide type of show.
Hey, well, it was created by
Yeah.
Dick Wolf, so
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you
Law
go.
and Order type of show.
yeah.
Bong, bong.
Well, he did create both, so there you
Yep.
go.
Bong, bong.
Let's see. Mid-90s is also when, Fox kind of swoops in and steals the NFL. So it really builds up their...
So that was very smart. They every one of their expansions with broadcasting and expansion on nights was done pretty well. They had those cop shows, make a ton of money from them. They then expand to another 2 more nights, and then the money generated from those nights, they end up going into the NFL. And I believe it was CBS at the time that they outbid, and it was like, who the hell is this little upstart company
Yep.
Yeah.
taking on the big 3? And now Fox's coverage of the NFL and NASCAR just blows everyone else away. So they know what they're doing.
Well, by 1993, they're pretty much broadcasting all 7 nights of the week.
It's the way to do it.
As we are.
It's a
as we
10-year
should
fucking
be.
plan. What we'll be doing here on Geekodrome, we'll be broadcasting once a night.
Yep. There we go.
Of course we will.
Be a different thing every day.
But it also gave us fun series like The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
Yes, I love that.
I
See,
love
that I
Bruce
don't
Campbell.
remember.
I loved that show. It was so cheesy, so much fun.
It was a cheesy cowboy. It was so cool.
I do love Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it was only 1 season.
Oh,
That's all right. It was still fun.
You should go out and see it, Shell. I highly recommend it.
I don't need to go out and see it.
All right, well, you got to bring it in and see it.
I'll
But-
hang.
Yes.
I'll hang out right here. You should press a button and see it. Okay.
Although the show that debuted the same night, right after it, you may have also heard of. It's called The X-Files.
Nah, never heard of it.
I love that show.
I've never seen an
Are
episode.
you shitting me, my friend?
No, I shit you not.
Wow.
Huh.
Wow.
But the truth is out there.
I'm sure it is.
Oh my god, I love that show. So you didn't see the so then you didn't see the new ones that came out.
No, never saw the movie. Nothing.
Wow.
I think I missed the second movie. But I
The
even watched
second
The Lone
movie?
Gunman. There were 2 movies.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, I haven't missed any episodes of any X-Files related show.
No, I enjoy it.
Or Millennium. I considered Millennium to be an X-Files related show.
Well,
Did they have Alien Nation too?
Alien Nation.
I don't think so.
Or was that Channel 11?
No, that was Channel 5, but I don't think it was associated with that show.
No, I don't think they're associated. I'm just trying
okay.
to figure out if that was on Fox as well.
I don't know.
I think
It's
it
not
was, yeah.
Oh,
showing up in this Wikipedia article.
I'll look for it.
So you look that up. I know I've lost my place because
When did Shanning's show come?
that was not Fox.
Gary Shandling show? This is the theme to Gary's
This is
show?
the Gary Shandling Show. The Gary Shandling Show.
Yeah, it's just not showing up in the Wikipedia article.
What about Models Inc.?
It was a Fox show, Alien Nation, and it was
Yeah.
1989. And
Okay, so
how
we're
long
not
did
up to it
go
yet.
for? Okay.
But it made it. Maybe this article is skipping some, unfortunately.
Okay. I'll look up that one next. I'll leave the Alien Nation stuff up in case it comes up again.
I guess because we're already up actually 93, so they are not listing every show in this article, unfortunately.
Okay.
But
That's
Alien
weird,
Nation was a
because
great
This is an
show.
iconic show, yeah. I feel like
I don't know
that's.
how iconic it is. It's kind of forgotten at this point.
I mean,
Gary Shandling show, first episode air date was September 10th, 1986. So this would have been part of the first season of Fox.
Okay.
But it says the network was Showtime.
The original the show was on Showtime, then it became a Fox show.
A Fox show? Oh, okay. That I never knew that.
Yeah, I remember watching both. I mean, they were pretty much the same show. There wasn't much difference.
I remember in an interview that I just saw it recently, but it was obviously a few years old because Mr. Shandling passed away, where he said he always just wanted the show to be 10 episodes and that like Curb Your Enthusiasm,
mm,
you know, where it's like, hey, you know what, I'm going to do 10 episodes, then I'm going to take a year off, then I'll go back to it. And this way it's all fresh and it's all stuff that like I would just jot down notes on in my day-to-day and be like, okay, we'll work this into the show. And at the time, that would have been unheard of, you know,
TV didn't work that way back then.
to do. TV didn't work that way.
Oh. Well, it's good to know that we're missing shows because of this, so we can always come back and see what we've missed.
Yes.
But
Actually, we can come back to this show in particular when we talk about TV theme songs.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
One of the greatest TV theme songs ever. There's whistling in it. I mean, come on. How could you beat it?
And
I
we
do love
copied it for, me and my husband copied it for our theme song from our podcast. This is the Dave and Shaggy, show.
John doesn't know that. John's not an old school fan like I am.
That's true.
You're hurting my feelings.
I knew about the Saturday Night Live VHS video. John did not.
Saturday Night Live VHS video?
Yes, Shell did when she had her cable access show. Shell did an open letter to Lorne Michaels. And it was picked up by the newspaper. I want to say the New York Post.
It was the
And then
post.
she was a guest of Saturday Night Live's Lorne Michaels of Saturday Night Live.
That is also true.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Did you get to meet the man?
I was supposed to get to meet the man, but I did not get to meet the man.
He was busy.
Did you get invited to the cast after party?
I did go to the cast after party. That is
No
that is
shit!
true.
Very nice. Very nice.
I went. His assistant called me. Her name was Lyle. It was a girl named Lyle. She called me to invite me to the show, and she talked to me about the article. And she said, "Oh, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "Oh, I want to make mockumentaries." And she said, "Oh, like, do you have anything in mind?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, I want to make a one where John Lennon's ghost haunts this bar, but he's a real prick." And she's like, "Oh, that's hysterical." I said, "Yes." And it was so hysterical. In fact, it appeared the next week on Saturday Night Live
Oh, really?
as a skit. Yes, John Lennon was a prick, and then but what they had, instead of being in a bar, they had him at Strawberry Fields, and then also they also tossed in Jerry Garcia, who was also
No shit.
a
They
prick
took your
ghost.
idea.
Took my idea, invited me to the show. I
Motherfuckers.
thought, okay, they took my idea, they invited me to the show. Maybe we'll get to talk, and that didn't happen. But it was very exciting to see my idea without my name, though, on that Saturday Night Live episode.
They should have mined you for more ideas before letting you go.
Well, after that happened on my cable access show, I gave away her phone number. I said, if you're looking for tickets to go see Saturday Night Live, call this number. And I gave away her office number.
Nice.
Because I was really pissed. Because
Yeah,
the truth of the
don't
matter is that I've spoken to people who worked within Saturday Night Live. It's not like she said, what probably happened was that she probably went to Lauren and said, "Hey, I have this really funny idea."
Probably.
It's not like she said, "This chick has this funny idea, let's steal it." She probably just
presented it as her own. Yeah.
as her own, because I heard that was the kind of climate there, that you're all just grasping for the funniest idea. So
grasping for air, according to Jay Moore.
I mean, she was his assistant. She wasn't a writer, but I guess everybody was,
a
everybody
contributor.
was, yep. So yeah.
Well, maybe she wanted to be a writer. So
Lyle, I think it was like Schweitzer or something.
A girl named Lyle. It's a new country song I'm writing.
Well, there you go. Good. I'll give you the number and you can add it.
Is that like a sequel to A Boy Named Sue?
Exactly.
All right. So October 14th, 1995, we got Mad TV.
Never seen it.
First couple seasons are very funny.
Yeah. Didn't dig it.
Oh, God. Michael McDonald played this kid, Stuart.
Yeah, I hated it.
I loved it.
That character was annoying.
I don't want to say.
I really just wanted to kick him in the fucking face.
Exactly.
So many of the reoccurring characters were just annoying. They weren't funny. They were just
Mrs.
annoying.
Sawan? You did like Mrs. Sawan?
Not really.
Really?
No.
Okay. I mean, all right.
We can end this by talking about how they really opened the door for adult animation in 97, 98, where not only did they have The Simpsons, they had King of the Hill, they had Family Guy gets introduced.
And then canceled and then reintroduced and then milked and milked and milked and milked.
Futurama.
Milked.
American Dad.
Family. Well, no, that's later. Family Guy.
Still,
I love Futurama. I love Futurama.
The Critic.
The Critic was so
The
great.
Critic, yeah.
Hilarious.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Oh my God, so great.
The PJs.
I don't think I remember it.
It was the Eddie Murphy claymation show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In the inner city.
Oh,
It was
okay.
funny.
I did not watch that one.
And they kind of close out the 90s with their big shows, Ally McBeal and That 70s Show.
Man, oh man, they did pretty well for themselves.
They really did.
Really did.
Good for them.
Yeah, good going.
If they would just fire Joe Buck, then they would be perfect. I fucking cannot stand Joe Buck.
I think they keep him because people hate him.
I don't know who he is.
If I watch, I
He's a
have
baseball announcer. And
Oh,
he's
okay.
I have to
complete
have the
douchebag.
volume way down. I cannot listen to Joe Buck or his opinions.
He oversells. It seems like he's not a baseball fan, but yet it's like this fake enthusiasm. Everything that happens is it's the biggest night in baseball history. Every fucking pitch.
He is
almost
the
sounds
fan
like
of Joe
Tony
Buck.
Schiavone. Yeah, he's horrible.
I
Terrible.
mean, this is a whole subject unto itself, but I'm not a fan of the way like baseball announcers announce anymore. Like they can't leave just quiet air.
No, let a
No,
moment
it's like-
happen. No, everyone
An
wants
A-bomb
that.
from A-Rod. It's like they all
Everyone
want
wants that soundbite. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. They all want to be on Sports Center.
yeah.
So-
They all want that Lorne Michaels. I mean, that Al Michaels. Do you believe in miracles? Yes, I
Right.
do. They all want that.
Yankees win.
Yeah.
I used to love John Sterling, and then
Yep.
John Sterling got bit by
He-
that soundbite bug, and he just
Yeah, he became a cartoon
Yeah.
character.
a parody
That-
of himself.
That was the first one. When they won the World
Mhm.
Series, he was very excited. And it was natural. And I'm like, all right, that's cool.
And it was awesome.
And now it's every game that they
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
The A-bomb from A-Rod, forget it. I was just like, ugh.
The milkman delivers when Milky Cabrera would hit a home run. His name's Melky, not Milky. It doesn't even sound right.
I liked when Bobby Mercer was
The Giambino.
Yeah.
Yes, Bobby
Yeah.
Mercer was awesome.
Phil Rizzuto, Bobby Mercer.
The Channel 11 people. You hit a home run, and the fucking Budweiser logo would come up. Rick Cerrone, you just hit a home run. This Bud's for you. It was
Yeah,
brilliant.
but they were players. Bobby Mercer
Yeah,
was a player. Phil Rizzuto was a player. These were guys, you know what I mean? These were guys that I knew loved the game and were, had great personalities.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're getting these other guys that are just, sport fan assholes, elitist sport fans that, that one guy, what's his name?
Michael Kay is the biggest.
He gave Chuck Knobloch such a fucking hard time from the get-go.
Yeah.
From the get-go. As if he was out, Chuck Knobloch was fucking rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Who are you, Michael Kay? Eat a dick,
and
bro.
Knobloch, he became insecure with his ability to throw to first, and it was strictly a fundamentals issue. He would look at the ball in his hand rather than look where he wanted to throw it, and it was time and time again. And all Michael Kay did was ride him and ride him and ride him until he was off the team.
He made it worse, yeah.
Yeah, like, dude, you're making it worse. And instead of being like, hey, I wonder what's going on. Well, this great player, what's happening? He would lose his fucking shit over a guy making a throwing error. And it happened a lot, definitely. But, like, holy fuck, he didn't lose his mind when Giambi would hit the ball the same fucking place to the point where the whole infield would shift. And it was called, throughout baseball, it was called the Giambi shift. Every team would do it. He never gave Giambi shit for not turning his stance a little bit and changing his swing. Well, again, a fundamental thing that hitters do. But yet you're gonna give this other guy shit? Why? Because he's not your fucking hero.
Fuck Michael
He
Kay,
doesn't.
yeah.
He doesn't hang around with you and drink fucking beers with you. You douchebag, elitist prick.
Yep, exactly.
Knobloch was awesome. I loved him. He was gritty. He played fucking hard. All right. He. You know what? He would have been a great DH on another team, just so he didn't have to worry about fielding. But there was some disconnect in his brain those last few years where he stopped looking where he wanted to throw and started looking at the ball. You will always fucking miss your target. Always.
Yeah, and I think he was having like wife issues and
Yeah.
I mean, look, rookie of the year is not something they just hand out to any
No.
asshole.
I mean,
So-
I think he won Gold Gloves. He wasn't just a flash in the pan. He was a
No.
fucking player.
And it's not just any asshole, it's one a year. So
One guy a
Yes.
year out of hundreds.
One asshole every year.
one very talented asshole every year.
Yes.
I don't think he was an asshole. Michael Kay
No,
was the
I
asshole.
said that they just, I used the word asshole.
Michael Kay was the
We're
asshole.
just joking around.
Yes. No, definitely. Michael Kay, still an asshole.
Yeah, I will not watch
Yankees-
Yamas channel.
Who was the dude who, Mel Allen, he did This Week in Baseball. And I always feel like that's what Michael Kay wants to be. And I know that Mel Allen wasn't a player, but he loved the game as a fan. And I never heard him insult anyone. He put guys over. Even during the whole Maris and Mansell home run derby chasing the Babe, he never once put someone down. You know,
Kay
even when-
was the beginning of that, and maybe it was born of ESPN. I don't know, but
Oh, it is.
Definitely.
that asshole, smug, smarmy shit that any real baseball fan and especially Yankee fan, how do you even fucking put up with it?
yeah.
That and what's her name? Susan.
Susan
called-
Waldman.
Yes.
Waldman, yeah.
Can't stand her.
Roger Clemens is in George Steinbrenner's box. So what?
Oh, that was fucking
They made it sound like it was like a wrestling angle, whereas like, is Hulk Hogan the third man of the NWO? He was a free agent visiting the owner of a baseball team. You know how many fucking teams Roger Clemens did that for that year? About 6, because they were all trying to suck his dick so he would sign. Totally not out of the fucking realm of possibility for one of the biggest owners of the sport to go after a hot free agent. And it wasn't an uncalled for thing. Come up to the owner's box. I can tell you 2 people who weren't even baseball fans who were at George Steinbrenner's owner's box regularly. So it's no big deal. She made it sound like, what the fuck happened?
Well, I think because she's a
Nope,
Red
just-
Sox fan. Like, she had even admitted during one of the many broadcasts I would listen to that the Yankees were, in fact, not her favorite team.
Yeah.
The Red
Well,
Sox were her
You
favorite.
know who's paying your fucking salary? You're
Yep.
not your favorite team. So they become your favorite team because your paycheck has their fucking name on it.
And God forbid you pick on Susan Waldman. She's a cancer survivor. That's what you get thrown in the face. She's
Good.
a cancer survivor. That's fine. She's a cancer survivor. God bless her. But I don't want her calling my games. I just don't.
It's painful to listen to her. And her stuff is never relevant or interesting.
I mean, she's, the color commentator, so a lot of times that happens. But
Yeah, Phil Rizzuto was the color commentator once upon a time, too.
Yeah, and he did nothing but add to the broadcast.
and Bobby Mercer was he was my favorite. He was one of my favorite Yankees ever, and he was definitely one of my favorite announcers ever.
Yeah, it makes me stop watching sports. It makes me stop listening to sports.
I literally stopped watching Yankee games because of Michael Kay and John Sterling.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be once upon a time they actually let you listen to the audience noise. You'd hear the bat hit the ball, little things. Now it's just constant talking because the announcers want to be the stars.
Yeah. And back to Joe Buck.
Yep, right back to Joe Buck. Full
I
circle.
cannot watch a World Series or any kind of ball game where he's part of it.
As soon as a team gets 2 fucking hits, and here come the Marlins. It's 2 hits. It's not a fucking rally. It's 2 hits.
And Joe Morgan too, terrible. Every time he needs to compare himself to whoever is at bat, whoever's caught the ball. It has to be, oh, well, when I did, fuck you. We're not here for you. We're here for these guys.
Give me Keith Hernandez and Clyde Frazier broadcasting every fucking sporting event.
And their hair would look.
I don't care if it's golf. I'll watch it if it's that.
Walt Clyde Frazier.
Yeah.
And on that note, we've pretty much covered most of Fox. Obviously, we missed whatever is not listed in the Wikipedia article, but
if there's a show that you'd like from Fox, just send us a tweet and let us know. We'll be happy to add it to the discussion for next time.
Well, Models Inc., when I was living in Manhattan in my first apartment in the East Village, I would have other people from other apartments come in, and we would do an MST3K to Models Inc.
Oh, that's pretty fun.
It was so hysterical. Models Inc. was it was as campy and as bad as anything else. It was fun though because they were all it was just so dumb. They were all so pretty and all so dumb. It was a great show to make fun of for sure.
So if you have any memories about Fox Network shows,
like Shell just said about Models Inc., watch it with their friends, do it.
Tweet us at Geekadrome Pod. But for now, it's time for blind items.
Blind items.
Well, I have put aside 10 blind items this week because I thought we were doing another episode.
Oh, that's coming soon.
No, that's something we talked about, not something we said we were doing yet.
Yes, we will be doing that.
Actually, it was kind of not by you, Stugatz, but John kind of said, made it seem like it was going to be right away. So I did go
Yeah.
and find some
September.
good ones. A drunk in need of rehab is how most people described this A-plus list, mostly movie actor, part-time director this past weekend. He is just a mess.
Sylvester Stallone.
Sounds like my weekend. My weekend.
A drunk
Sounds like
in
every
need
fucking
of
weekend to me.
rehab. A-plus list, mostly movie actor, part-time director, and I'm going to, Nancy didn't say it, but I'm going to add Oscar winner
Definitely Sylvester Stallone.
this past weekend.
It wasn't with me this time.
I worked this weekend, but I'm not working this coming weekend, so it will be me come Monday.
He is in a franchise.
Robert Downey Jr.
Where is the cape?
Oh, I was going to say Johnny Depp, but no. Ben Affleck.
It is Ben Affleck.
Ben
Yay!
The only TV I know Ben Affleck to ever do was Saturday ABC after school special on steroids.
Yeah,
In high school.
that may be the only one he ever did.
I don't think he ever did any other TV.
Interesting. Well, that's why they say mostly movie actor. Interesting. He hasn't ever been. Oh, well, didn't he have the green light show for, was it Showtime or HBO?
Yeah, but I mean,
Project Greenlight, but he wasn't really acting in that. It's just
Acting.
he was more of a host. But and that was
Yeah.
like the show was more about the stuff they were greenlighting.
yeah, it was more like he was the producer, so he kind of appeared in it.
Isn't that where we get Shia LaBeouf? Isn't that where we?
Oh,
No,
I don't
Shia
know.
LaBeouf was a Disney kid.
Yeah, he was in.
I think he was in the first Project Greenlight movie.
Well, he was in
I'm
Even
not
Stevens.
mistaken.
Don't ask me why. I know
Even
that.
Stevens, yes. The sister was adorable too in that. Even Stevens.
Bless her heart.
But
Bless
yeah,
her heart.
Ben Affleck did like 2 TV shows, and that was it.
There you go.
A couple of little TV movies and whatever. But
Enty usually says Oscar winner or nominee, but he omitted that for whatever reason.
yeah.
All right. This 40-something New York Lego enthusiast recently
John.
switched employers. Hopefully now he'll be able to buy some art for his blank wall.
John!
Yeah!
This one's about you! Oh my god!
I thought it was Kevin
You
James.
made a blind item.
It's not Kevin James? Wow.
No, it's
no.
just John. This former late
I'd like
night
to point out that's
actor.
award-winning Lego artist. I won an
Yes,
award this
and
weekend.
published author.
I won an award this weekend at Brick Fair for my Lego owl.
Oh, well, congratulations.
So yes, unfortunately it's still packed, or I would show it on camera.
What is the award? What do they actually give you? As a
They're called the
certificate, or-
Brickies.
Is it? Oh, so it's a little statue
I have a little statue. Yeah,
that looks like a Lego.
I Instagram / Twitter / Facebook the picture.
Oh.
On Sunday night.
Hold on.
I was working.
Don't do that, sweet girl. All right. Now, this is a. This was
Sounds
my
pretty
favorite.
funny.
This was my husband's favorite. This former late night actor turned do a little bit of this and that actor who stays right in that A- B+ list range told a woman he had sex with a few weeks ago that he had a present for her in his car. He never came back. Former late night actor, former late night comedy actor.
Saturday Night Live?
Yes. Turned to a little bit of this, a little bit of that actor.
Bill Hader.
No, who stays right in that A- B+ list range. Occasionally plays the drums.
Dana Carvey.
Told a woman he had sex with a few weeks ago He had a present for her in his car.
Will Ferrell.
Never came back.
Oh.
Trying to think of. Oh, Oregon. Oregon is a clue.
Oh, that Dick.
Oh yeah, what's his name from Portlandia?
Portland.
Yes, Fred Armisen.
Yeah, he's a tool.
Yeah, that's Dick.
My husband was like, that is fucking hysterical.
It is funny.
I'm more surprised.
What's even funnier is that he's not gay. I thought he was gay.
I think
Yeah.
he'll take a blowjob from whoever will give it.
If that's how he rolls, good for him.
Mm.
But yeah, I didn't think he was into women.
Yeah, I mean,
Boys
like,
are boys.
you know. All right.
All right, one more to close this out.
One more to close this out of the many, many I have here.
I can't wait till we do this Blind Items show.
Every night, 8 p.m.
8
7
p.m.
days a week.
Every night. Yes, Blind Items.
Are you joking? I don't understand.
Of course we're joking. I work nights and wouldn't be able to do that
okay,
anyway.
okay.
Shelley's like, oh my God, that's a lot of research.
Well, it is. I don't know that there's that many blind items happening in a day.
Make
It
some
could
up.
be.
Yeah, make some up. It's no big deal.
All right. Hold
No
All
on.
one's
right,
gonna know.
so number 4.
Number 4.
No, yes, 4.
This
You count John.
former, that was the best one. This former A- list, mostly television actress who likes to get naked and spends most of her time
Oh
on
my God, we all
television doing reality gigs is driving the people in a small town where she is living nuts. She takes her
Miley Cyrus.
big dog everywhere she goes, including inside
Well-
stores and cafes where
Well,
dogs
naked-
are not allowed.
Don't call her vagina a big dog. That's just mean.
It is a constant thing, and she never apologizes unless confronted and then says she didn't know and she doesn't speak the language. The
Sofia
next day, she
Vergara?
does it all over again.
Who is it?
I said Sofia
Johnny Depp.
Vergara.
Oh.
No. Former A- list. Former A- list. Mostly television actress. Though there is a movie that she's made that is very MST3K worthy.
Well, Goldie Hawn was just in Stranded, but she's more movie.
Likes to get naked
She likes to get naked.
Who doesn't?
and spends most of her time
I know.
on television doing reality gigs. I don't know which gigs those would be.
I don't watch reality shows.
This is
Nicole
I
Richie.
no.
Has she even done anything since that one Paris Hilton show like 10 years ago?
No. Paris Hilton.
Dubai, Paris Hilton. No. This is a woman who is known for sex tapes.
Kim
No.
Kardashian.
Pamela Anderson?
Pamela Anderson.
Oh.
How does she not speak English? I mean, how does she
It's
even...
not
No,
English.
the
She was
dog
in-
doesn't speak the language.
She
Oh.
was in France. She
Oh.
was living in France.
Naked.
Well, she's naked all the time for PETA
Oh, yeah.
and magazines or she used to be anyway.
Playboy.
All right.
Playboy.
Playmate of the year.
True that.
There you go. You have to wait 1 second, little thing.
And that closes the door on yet another blind items. Which brings us to
Items.
Hot Picks.
Hot
Picks. Hot picks, hot picks, hot picks.
So, guys, you said you had a good one. What you got
The
for us?
I
greatest
have
one
an
of all time.
awesome. I have a blind item that will destroy this segment going forward.
Okay.
We will never be able to do blind items again.
That's unfortunate.
Blind items or hot
But let's
picks?
hear it.
Oh, hot picks. What did I say? Did I say
Blind
blind
items.
Yeah, they said
I
blind
was.
items.
I'm thinking about the show. I'm thinking about the daily. Blind items.
That's why I wanted to. I was waiting to hear you blow up blind items. But
All right, so my hot picks for this week, it's called IKEA Heights. It is a soap opera filmed that you can find on YouTube, filmed
Oh.
inside of an IKEA in Burbank, California. People who work at the store who know that it's filmed there have no idea that it is actually going on when it's going on. There are several episodes. It is you can find it on a website called channel101.com, but it's on YouTube. Just go to YouTube. And they use all the different setups in IKEA as their sets, and they just film totally in the guerrilla style, which I'm a big fan of.
Hell yeah!
For my own filming, because when I do the Eat Out show and day drinking, it's usually places that don't know that I'm filming, and I just film. So they don't ask for permission. The store, like I said, knows that it's going on after the fact because they film at different times, and they apparently don't even recognize the fact that the same people are coming in there and don't actually buy anything. So, security is really shitty at the store. But it is interesting just for the fact of how they film alone. Never mind that's a soap opera, and the storyline is kind of cheesy. That aside, if you watch it just for a bunch of people filming with some low-grade equipment because they're just starting out with their film company and projects, it's pretty damn cool.
I've been to that IKEA in Burbank, and I don't know if all IKEAs are set up this way, but it is a maze.
All IKEAs are set up.
Yes, everyone is.
Okay.
Every single one is.
It's intentional.
Yeah.
It's almost like going in line at Disneyland where you're just walking through and you get the big prize at the end.
Yeah, the big prize is a receipt. $500 for shitty furniture that you have to put together.
That you can't pronounce the names of.
Yeah.
But you get those awesome Swedish meatballs. So
yeah,
you need the meatballs.
Oh my God, those meatballs are awesome. And that tea that they serve is awesome as well.
Yeah. Channel 101's been going for a while. I mean, it's a series that's been going in California for years and years. It's where Justin Roiland started out, who now does Rick and Morty, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's a great place to catch other short clip shows and stuff.
Cool.
Well, this is pretty. I thought it was interesting when I saw this the other day.
How long have they been doing it? I think they've been doing that in the IKEA for a while.
They did it between 2009 and 2010.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's an old series.
So it's older. So like you're looking at it, on technology from that time. So obviously the film quality is not all that great, but it is still top notch when you take that into consideration, and you also go into the fact that they're doing it guerrilla style. So they can't have all this great big equipment out and about while they do this.
I love it. It's amazing.
Cool. So, Shell, what do you got for us today?
This week, I am my hot pick is Terra Online. It is a free-to-play MMO RPG in the style of EQ2.
I saw you talking about this on Twitter this week.
But nicer graphics for sure. It's a South Korean MMO RPG that started off as a subscription-based game, and a couple years ago they switched over to free-to-play. And what they do to get their money is they have all these, and it depends on what game you play. In Final Fantasy XIV, they're called glamours. In this game, they're called costumes. I think in WoW, they might be called skins. I'm not sure. I forget. But where you can buy other costumes to wear over your armor to give you a more unique look. And that's where I think they make their money, because they have so many options where they've actually just bitten from other games. You can buy a chocobo mount for $10 or $15. You can put get a dragoon outfit from Final Fantasy for your character. So, but it's very fun. The character creation process is really cool. I had to go through a few different jobs before I found one that I enjoyed playing, and that was Berserker. I have a great axe, and I just start smashing things. Usually I like to play a mage of some sort, but I wasn't digging their mage options.
Can you post some screencasts of your character for us?
I certainly can.
No naked pictures, please.
That's the other thing.
Ones.
They're all of their costumes are very sexy, ridiculous. You can't avoid it. So there's cleavage aplenty.
I'm a fan.
It's free. It's fun.
All right. So that leaves me. And why is that funny?
I don't know. Some of our transitions are just so awkward. That's all. I'm just laughing at our transitions. That's all.
We could just not transition and sit here awkwardly.
No, it just seems awkward. It's like, as soon as Michelle stops, there's silence, and then it's okay. It's just funny
Anyway,
to me. It's not. There's nothing wrong. It's just funny. And I chalk a lot of it up to the fact that it's really early in the morning for John still.
And I did not
But
sleep
you better
all
start getting
week.
used to waking up early, because next week you got to start being productive. The man wants you to be productive as soon as you clock in, baby. You got to be ready. You got that early morning commute to get down. You better start drinking coffee by the gallon, baby.
that's true.
You better be ready to bring it, because the man's going to be watching and he's going to be expecting. And what he's going to be watching and expecting for is results.
Oh gosh. I think John's gonna quit that job already. He's like, you know what?
He's like, fuck.
I can't.
Thank you, dear.
The man is trying to keep me down. All right.
Yeah.
So my hot pick for this week is Adam Ruins Everything.
Oh.
So it's a little something that started on College Humor, and then was picked up by True TV a couple of years ago. Season 3 is running now. And basically what it is Adam Conover doing sort of sitcom-y show while actually debunking myths and educating the viewer. It hits topics like buying cars, voting, marriage, death, football.
Marriage.
Yes, marriage.
Marriage.
So it's interesting to see like the histories of some things, a lot of popular preconceptions that are untrue, things like that. It's fun and educational. So I like to kind of check that out every week now that it's back. And tonight's episode they'll be doing art. So Adam will be ruining art.
Cool.
So, it's cool because so I mean the show's been back a couple weeks. They've done having a baby, weight loss, the hospital, and dating so far.
Oh, I'm gonna check that out.
So yeah, it's interesting because like how big like the scam is, like how hospitals bill you and things like that.
Yeah.
Because of the insurance companies.
Yes, because insurance companies pay a small percentage of what the bill actually is, so they got to jack it all up.
Well, it used to be that it was a small cost.
Yeah.
And then because of the insurance companies, everything got jacked up.
Yeah.
But if you don't have insurance, you still get charged those jacked up prices.
Yeah. So this way, when they sell your bill off to a bill collector, they will actually recoup close to the amount of money that they actually spent. So yeah, that's why it's done that way.
So yeah. But
it's all predatory. It's all predatory.
Mm-hmm.
Funding or charges.
It used to be this is what it costs. This is what we're charging you.
Yeah.
So it would be $100 to go to the hospital or whatever.
Now
it's thousands.
Medicare has a system for payment of, hey, what are you in the hospital for? You're in the hospital for, let's just say, a broken arm. Okay, well, a broken arm should cost this much according to us. And then all the other insurance companies, they just follow suit because Medicare sets the tone. So if you're in the hospital for flu-like symptoms, and the Medicare people decided, hey, you can only be in the hospital for 5 days for these flu-like symptoms that you have, and this is the treatment modality and this is what it costs. This is what we think it should cost. So that's what they pay. If you are there for, let's just say, 8 days, the hospital has to eat it because Medicare deems you should have only been there 7 days. So if you're there for 8, obviously the hospital did something wrong.
Yeah, but
and when you are a repeat offender or repeated admit, frequent flyer, or as they're called, the insurance companies are less likely to pay your bill because they feel like the hospital isn't fixing you, even though you might go home, let's just say for a diabetic, and you might not even be eating right. You might not even check your sugar. It's the hospital's fault that you don't go home and take care of yourself.
Hey, that's
interesting. Yeah, because I mean,
this is the problem with healthcare for long time now. I can't say it's been a 10-year thing. It's probably a 30 to 40-year thing.
Plus, isn't the
This is what's been
litigious
going on.
nature of our society also driving up the insurance?
There's that too. Doctors will, especially ER physicians, will order tests on you just to make sure that, let's just say, oh, I tripped and fell down and I hit my head. Okay, well, you know what? We got to do a full cardiac workup to make sure that you didn't fall down because you had a syncopal episode or a cardiac event. But I just tripped. My shoelace was untied. Nope. You could leave here, have a massive heart attack, and die, and it's my fault, the physician,
Yep.
because I didn't catch it. And the insurance company's not going to pay, first of all. And then secondly, you're going to be sued.
Yes.
You personally, as a physician, you personally, as the nurse, will be sued. Nurses get sued just as much as physicians do. We're supposed to have malpractice insurance, but
Wow.
it's not affordable. So what most nurses do is they keep going to school to acquire student loan debt just to make sure that they can't be sued. They don't have anything. Not only do I not have anything, I'm $75,000 in debt for schooling, so you could never sue me.
Wow.
That's what nurses do. That is why you'll always see nurses. Oh, I'm going to school for this. I'm going to school for that. They'll be in school forever because they don't want to. They can't afford to be debt free because someone will sue them.
That's crazy. It's terrible that it has to be that way.
And this is just the way it's. The litigious society has been. Came to I guess a big thing in the '90s, but it's been going on for a long time now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no real way to fix it other than to strip it all down to nothing and start again.
Right.
Which is almost impossible.
Yeah, that they're not going to put that.
Because there's worldwide corporations that have stock prices that are depending on.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a fucked system. It really is.
Yeah.
But we're not going to solve it today. So we're just going to bring it on home.
Stugatz is solving it today. I can tell. I can see his mind working.
He is, but he'll do it this afternoon after we go off the air.
Oh.
So, to find more Geekadrome, check us out at geekadrome.ca.
Wait, what? What's my brain doing, Russ?
You're working on the solving the crisis.
You're solving the crisis.
All crises.
It's a good thing I have strong shoulders. I carry all this on me.
Yes.
To hear how he solves it, subscribe on iTunes. Rate it 5 stars. Or you can just...
If you leave a review, you will get a prize that I will send you.
Ooh.
No, I'm leaving
Leave a review.
All right.
John, you are not eligible for the prize.
Damn it. Well, if you want to talk to us, hit us up on Twitter at GeekadromePod, or you can find us on Facebook at Geekadrome Podcast. I'm John, and on Twitter, I can be found at Just John. Shell can be found at Just2Groovy on Twitter and Gab. Stugatz is at Don Stugatz.
MySpace.
What's in
That's
MySpace?
MySpace. Shexter.
Shexter.
And also MySpace. Geekadrome.
Geekadrome. We're on the MySpace. We got like 37.
Must be very lonely there.
It's not
Stugatz.
lonely.
37 friends. How could you be lonely with 37 friends?
We've got more followers on MySpace than we do Twitter, so there's that.
Yeah. Yes.
Stugatz is at Don Stugatz on Twitter. And he hosts the Eat Up Show Monday nights, which is on its August hiatus.
Eat them up.
Yes.
So check out the past episodes on Facebook, and see what he's
Back
cooking up.
soon, baby.
Good.
Maybe a little revamping too,
All right.
or maybe more than one show a week.
Ooh.
Maybe more than one cooking show a week.
And the music of Geekadrome has been by First House.
Yay, first time.
Thank you, First House. We love those.
Until next week, it's been
Two.
Whee!